Okay. All right. Well, thank you all for your patience as we get all of the presentation and equipment set up there. We want to thank you all for joining the webinar tonight, where we'll be discussing AI certification and workforce development. Our presenters tonight are Ganga and Biju. Ganga Bathula is an experienced technology training and certification leader with over 10 years of experience in IT and leadership, having worked with top Fortune 500 companies like GE, KPMG, and Fujitsu. With strong entrepreneurial skills and a solid engineering background, Ganga has successfully managed large scale projects, leading teams of 50 engineers. Currently serving as a director and program manager in higher education, Ganga focuses on workforce development and skill certification. He holds an MS from IIT Bombay and executive MBA from Richmond University and has received multiple awards, including a national award for Best Master's Thesis in Engineering. Biju designs and implements explainable AI software and services to improve revenue, profitability, safety, compliance, and reputation. XAI, as it is known, these XAI based solutions mitigate untold risks from AI's opacity and complexity. Fast and automated AI and XAI can result in 25 times the return on investment. While the implementation methods may differ, the 25x return on investment can be realized at large and small corporations, agencies, and organizations worldwide. He's a founder and CEO of Amrutha Academy and holds his PhD from Texas A&M University. So with that, I believe I'll turn the presentation over to Ganga and let you guys begin.
Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. That's a warm welcome. Good. Beju and me have got, I think, combined experience of, I can say, more than 40 years in computer world. He worked in the computer area for almost 25 years, and I also contributed a lot in the computer world. That's why, we have done this. I hope you guys can see our screen. So just wanted to, tell a little bit about what we do and how we do. Especially today's session is about artificial intelligence, certification and workforce development. As you know, everything is evolving in the AI field. So just wanted to touch base a little bit on Global Institute of Technology. We are Virginia-based training higher education organization. We are in the business for more than 10 years, doing a lot of certifications and developing individuals from zero to, the career level, especially with the certification programs, and then, working with government agencies and also working with individuals who needs their skills to be upgraded. Because for the last 10 years, if you see, the industry has kind of, evolved, and it has brought a lot of fruits to the community. And as we all know, the technology always brings a lot of advantage for the workforce to change their role and get into the new careers. And that's what humans are good at, adapting those technologies and enhancing its ability in a way that we are sitting on top of the technology and making sure that we are operating those technologies so that the net profits can be shared across the nation, like US, and also across the globe. That's what has happened with the internet, and people can work from anywhere, anytime. In fact, the COVID has changed the way we are communicating. Even today, office has become an obsolete kind of situation. Right. And the same thing is happening with education also. Education is getting online. Yeah, with a tremendous change, things are changing a lot. So the one thing we have to be very passionate about is how the technologies are changing and what's happening with respect to some of the technologies which are challenging even our jobs. One of that is the artificial intelligence. And that's where we wanted to have this, session to make you understand what's happening in the industry in a way that, certain mission powers are really challenging the skill set of the human beings. It is changing in a way that our intellectual power is really, kind of questioned sometimes, because the machines are able to take certain decisions, more appropriately than humans can do it. But our goal here is not to differentiate what machine is doing and what we are doing. Rather, we wanted to present a scenario how we can ride on that wave in a way that we are empowered to manage this artificial intelligence. That's what we're trying to do here. Today's session is for you to take away how you can be upskilling yourself to get into this evolving industry called AI, and how we can make sure that we are really empowered to take and handle the future jobs which are evolving. So by saying that, let us get into the basic objectives of today's webinar. First thing we wanted to talk about is fundamentals of AI and examine the significance of the AI, how it is going to, really making our lives better in one way, and also giving an opportunity for us to really work through these technologies. Number two, we wanted to uncover the latest industry trends, especially some of the job roles which are evolving in the artificial intelligence market, and also some of the certification opportunities we have. And we wanted to make sure that you guys understand what is coming up. We need to get some clarity with respect to a lot of technologies which are being pumped into the industry, especially AI technologies are not only developed by organizations like Google, Facebook, IBM, and Microsoft and all. There are a lot of foundation models are being developed and a lot of LLMs are being built. Our approach here is, can we give a vendor neutral AI certification which can enable a lot of organizations, with whether you are at the high scale like big organization or mid size or a small size, how those tools and the technologies can be taken and master the AI from start to finish, and also practice in a way that we are going to give a couple of demos and also a small quiz so that you can understand how these are helping us. And obviously, we wanted to prepare somebody for career switch, or if you wanted to kickstart as a brand new into AI world, we're open for that. Okay. By this, I just wanted to ask Beju, who is my co-presenter here, to talk about some of the what is AI. Beju is going to explain and talk a little bit more detail.
Thanks, Ganga. Hi, everyone. It's great to have you guys with us. Thanks to Scott for the wonderful introduction. I think what Ganga is starting here is really very timely because I was listening to one of the state legislators here a couple of weeks ago, and she was saying actually the AI is going to eliminate some jobs, right? I don't remember the exact number, but she was saying about 7.5 million or around that, maybe 3.3 or 0.5 million, right? But she also said that AI is going to create 8.5 or so million jobs, right? So in other words, what does that mean? That means essentially we have to upskill, right? To grab those new opportunities. And this is the way to do it, right? You get trained in AI, right? And then you grab those opportunities, right? We're going to talk more about how you can grab the opportunities, but let's start with fundamentals, right? What is AI? AI is basically artificial intelligence. The name as it implies, we want machines to mimic what we do, right? Every day we make so many decisions, right? Some of them are trivial, some of them are not so trivial, but just the way kids learn what we do, right, from us, machines can learn what we do in that decision making also. So how do machines do that actually, right?
Yep.
They look at the data, they look at the outcomes, right? They look at the factors which are leading to the outcome, and they model that in some fashion, right? So it's all modeling. It's an approximation to reality, right? But machines are doing without much help from us. That's the key, right? That's why this technology is so powerful, right? And let me actually get to that, the formal definition of AI, right? Pretty much everyone knows by now, but it's all about mimicking the human intelligence using machines And these machines are getting bigger and bigger, right? And we need to learn about those, the way machines learn what we do, so that we delegate the mundane tasks to the machines. And we, as Ganga said, we need to outsmart the AI so that we actually grab one of those 8.5 million jobs, right?
Yep.
So it's a huge opportunity, definitely, right? Now, let's quantify the opportunity. It's about 16 trillion, 15.7 trillion opportunity globally for AI through the world, right? Throughout the world. And it's happening across the sectors, not just the governmental sector, but also the corporate sector. Within corporate sector, healthcare. In US, healthcare is the largest GDP segment, right? And healthcare is going through such a profound change because of AI. Once you learn the skills, you can apply to solve the problems in healthcare, financial services, the regulated industries, right? And these are regulated industries, but there are unregulated industries also, like travel, e-commerce. Those are all unregulated industries. One thing you have to be careful in regulated industries is that you want to explain the AI the way you use it. That's called explainable AI. So we'll get into that, explainable AI, a little bit. So my takeaway for you guys is that there's a huge opportunity here, but there's some learning required here. And also the last bullet on the slide is that you want to do AI in a very ethical and responsible way. Every one of us have that responsibility to use AI so that it's not operating in a rogue manner, right? It's operating in a very ethical, fair, lawful, so that you don't lose your reputation and your company's reputation, right? And that's what we try to capture here on this slide. Everyone knows generative AI, right? Generative AI has taken such a big mind share of ours these days, right? Generative AI is all about generating the content, but that's a small part of AI. You have the deep learning, right? Deep learning is all about using neural networks to mimic the human intelligence. Generative AI is just part of that. Deep learning itself is part of machine learning, and machine learning itself is part of AI. So we have, as you will see, we have courses for all these segments. But the most important thing, at least to me personally, is the shell around it, the responsible AI. You want to deploy these technologies in a very responsible, ethical manner. And I don't think anyone is thinking this holistically, Ganga. That's why I think this workforce training, which you and I are discussing today, is that much more unique, right?
Yeah. So as Bezu said, we wanted to go in a comprehensive way so that people really start anywhere from the beginning to all the way to building your own career. Or if you're already having some knowledge, you can learn ML or deep learning or generative AI. That's what it is. The program is designed for that. Okay. So let me a little bit focus on some of the real scenarios, what's happening. Again, this data is not from me, it is from the Gartner. Okay. These are the facts which are playing in the industry in a way that this has been done for over a period to get the realistic approach with the surveys, what they are doing with corporations and enterprises and also individuals. So as Beju said, emerging skill, they wanted to focus not the user community, but the builder community. That's where the difference comes with the Global Institute of Technology. You do not want to be a consumer, rather you wanted to be a builder. So that's a difference when we talk about the skill set, which is part of the builder community. Then what is that builder community? As I briefly mentioned, if you talk about the foundation models, there are plenty of foundation models available nowadays.
Right.
It's not only the big guys who are, Google or Microsoft or, Facebook. Other different organizations are developing different foundation models and LLMs. How do you take advantage of those things? Unfortunately, most of the trainings have been designed to talk only about AWS recognition and their Bedrock. And if you go to Google, they talk about their technologies.
Yep.
Even their exams are being built to target, in a way that you are trying to answer the questions within their bedrock and recognition, not beyond that.
Right.
So that's how it is. That's where we wanted to take vendor neutral approach, where you're not talking about one technology, you're not talking about one solution. Rather, you are, learning this skill set in a comprehensive way to build your career, and you are able to master the art of what is evolving in a way that you provide a better solution to the industry.
Right.
That's what we're trying to do. You wanted to add something on this?
No, I think
And
that's exactly right.
That builder community also comes with the interface and also interaction, designing, and all those things. Nowadays, you guys have heard about agents and all those things. We're getting to that, but I just wanted to give the difference because that's a key part of it. And not only just design and some kind of little bit of coding skills. There is also a role for AI content creators, people who are very good at creating the content. They can be part of the AI building community as well. Last but not least is the data curators and also trainers. There's an opportunity. And ethics and governance is one of the biggest thing, as Beju mentioned, because that covers umbrella approach of you need to have a guardrails around the technology, because the technology is so powerful, it can be used for this side or that side. So you have to be neutral in a way that you understand what is ethical, what is non-ethical when you are really empowering the missions. So that's very important thing. So by saying that, not only we're focusing on the kind of builder community, we wanted to understand what is the skill set required even for the user community. For example, fundamental AI, you got to know, because any technology, you have to know basics of it so that you can really be more productive.
Right. Right.
Okay. AI will transform the workplace, benefiting the workforce with higher productivity and GDP growth.
So if you want to be a builder, actually, you need to know how users are using it, right? But that's just part of it. I mean, as we will see on the next slide, that's 80% of the users, but 20% are the builder, right?
Yeah.
So you need to, as a builder, you need to know what the users want. But you have to go one step further and learn these skills, fundamentals of AI, data, generative AI, machine deep learning, all these things, right? So it's that much more critical.
And occupations are going to really change depending on the extent to which work activities can be automated. There are a lot of
As
things
the
that
user activity changes, right?
Yeah.
The builder needs to know that, be cognizant of that, right? So that's why skills are shifting in the user community also, and the builders need to be aware of that so that they can build what is needed by the users.
Yeah. The better example is CT scan.
Yeah.
In healthcare industry.
Right.
It's very hard to compare the old scan with the new scan and
Right.
give the relevant data to the doctor.
Right.
In this case, doctor is a user. Nobody is having a time to go through thousands of pictures, evaluate it, and then see that what went wrong with the last one and what is the improvement with the new scan. That the machine can do within no time.
Correct.
That's one of the example I'm saying. And doctor is a professional, but still is a user.
Yeah.
But he need not know how that part of that data comparison is going to take place.
Yeah.
But he can be using the tool.
Yeah. And as a builder, our students will build in such a way that doctor is using it to fullest effectiveness, right? So the use cases are important for builders.
Yeah. So that's where we need to understand that part of it. But I just wanted to put you an idea in, for example, in 2024, you can see most of the job placements in AI marketplace have taken big guys like Microsoft, Google, NVIDIA, IBM, and all those companies. But as these technologies are evolving and coming, available to most of the communities, we need to really understand not only the big companies take advantage of this new LLM models and foundation models and things like that, but rather anybody can use some of the open sources and build useful applications for
Yeah.
small, mid-sized enterprises.
There's so much opportunity. I mean, it's not just all the big guys. There's so much opportunity for the small and medium enterprises to benefit.
That's where we wanted to make sure that you kickstart your AI career with our certification courses, which are vendor neutral, and accelerate your growth in AI industry. So that's a objective here. Okay. Again, just to give a clear message, we need to transfer from AI user community to builder community. That's where AI creator community, so that you have a opportunity for, gaining advantage of the technology, which is evolving every day. To be honest with you, we are learning every day.
Yes.
And one of the AWS guy I was talking, and they said that my job role has been changed for the last 6 months. Just imagine, he's in the AI, but it is changing. So you have to play with the wave, make sure that you are floating on top of it. Okay, that's what it is.
Right.
Believe it or not, skills is the new currency of the evolving world. It is no more
Yes.
dollar or the petrodollar what we used to use for the last 50 years. Unfortunately, that is changing. It's a skills game.
Yes.
To give you one example, Singapore government has invested
Yes.
$100 million for upskilling their workforce because they do not have a land or the manufacturing facility to build anything. They only have the skilled workforce.
And any working professional, independent of the age, right? Even 50, 60, 70 years old folks can actually apply for the government grant and then learn the AI skills. They have made it very easy for folks to upskill.
In Singapore.
Yeah, in Singapore. Yes. Yeah.
Just imagine. Unfortunately, some countries are late in recognizing this fact, but just imagine how other countries are taking advantage. Just, I wanted to give an example.
Right.
But this is really time for us to transform and either be a user or a builder or a creator, so that you really take advantage of the evolving technologies. Again, this is not a rocket science. Fortunately, you have a tool and the application at your front door or in your browser, in a way that even if you do not know, you can ask the machine so that can tell you what you have to do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the change which is happening. So anyway, that's a question we need to ask. Why we need to invest? Okay. The Gartner Symposium summary is everyday AI is, as I mentioned, this is supported by Gartner research, which they have done for the last several years. 77% of those everyday users are AI users. Please go. Okay. And game changing is for the builders.
Yes.
That means the people who build these applications, the people who create these applications, that's the difference. So that's a game changing part. They have to be part of that game changing. And why you have to do now? Obviously, we need to prove our careers for the future ready, because careers are changing. As I said, somebody who is working in AWS, they just cannot realize themselves that their career is changing.
Right.
Just think of ordinary workforce. We have to be really ready for change. Sometimes governments may not work. Every 4 years you will have same debate and talking all those things. It's going on like yesterday, but nobody is going to address the issue of this workforce.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they try to do it, but I'm seeing some of the government agencies, they just try to take the buzzword and say that we are doing this, that, and policies and all those things. That's not going to do.
And we are kind of proactively working with the workforce agencies, both at the local, actually at a local, state, and federal level to, make sure that our students are availing the resources available, right? Actually.
Right. We're doing that, but again, that's a slow part of it.
Right.
If somebody wanted to get it, let us start the career and build it. That's
Yes,
what
definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to tell you the difference. Obviously, always the innovation brings the career opportunity. There is no doubt about it. That's how we are, able to work and we are able to adopt these technologies. But that's the difference. And one thing, believe it or not, we need to be part of continuous learning. Otherwise, we are not going to survive.
Yes.
I mean, let us be clear, because my job can be taken out or taken by anybody across the globe if they are skillful. That's what is happening.
Especially at this moment in time, right? I mean, AI is in full flow right now. And this is one of those periods in time where if you don't upskill, you become obsolete pretty quickly, right? So
Absolutely. And people who are in the AI also, they have to continuously learning. That's what is
definitely,
happening.
definitely, yeah.
Okay, the point here is we need to have a habit of going for a continuous learning. Unfortunately, the 4-year degree or the 2-year degree, whatever some of the higher education institutions are providing, they are good for the 2 years. By the time I get out of the school, especially in the field of AI, it's expired.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the ways we differentiate ourselves, right? Because at Amrita Inc., which is my company, at other affiliate companies you and I have with this program, we are working with the real life cases, real life use cases, and you get real exposure to the industry problems and the governmental problems, right?
Yeah, yeah. We're solving the problems, but you cannot solve the problem without workforce ready.
Yes, yes.
It's necessary that somebody has to take advantage of this and get into that. So a industry overview is, especially it is expected to grow fourfolds within next 3 to 4 years.
Right.
So right now it is 550 billions in last year. It is expected to go to almost 2 trillions.
Right.
Within
So
next
2
4
trillion, let's
years.
compare this 2 trillion to the 15.7 trillion we said earlier, right?
Global.
That's global, right? So that means every country is actually investing in AI. It's not just US actually, right? Every country is investing in AI and everybody wants to reap those benefits.
The advantage is with the internet and the AI,
Right.
you can be sitting any corner and doing these wonders.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So only way you can keep your job is with the skills. That's a new
And the
currency.
continuous learning you mentioned earlier, right? So,
Yeah, it's as simple as that. Anyway, so our AI training program, I just wanted to give a glimpse of it. If somebody does not have any, basic knowledge, do not have any basic knowledge, they can start with the fundamentals because you got to know the basic language, what are the alphabets. That's where the AI fundamentals is going to talk in a way that what it is, what is a token, for example. You got to know this is different language.
right.
What is FM, foundation models?
Correct.
What is LLM? All these things. Even if I watch 100 YouTube videos, you can watch forever, but it is not going
There's
to give a
nothing like
clue
hands-on
and
experience.
connect the dots in a way that you are going in a progressive way. That's why all these programs have been built like that. Data is the basic raw material for AI, believe it or not. Without data, there is no AI. That means you need to understand how the data can be structured, curated, and figured in a way that you are taking advantage of that data. So that's why you need to get handle on the data processing also. Again, it's not a rocket science. People think that when the computer came, everybody used to surprise, oh, this is a big machine and we're not going to handle it. Now it is in your pocket.
Yes, yes.
As simple as that.
Yeah.
Another important thing is mission and deep learning. Deep learning comes with the neural networks and other things.
Right.
As you know, like humans are connected with billions of neurons. Same way the missions are now getting empowered in a way that those can be connected, and then the deep learning process starts. The Gen AI is nothing but the output. What it gives as an outcome of all this AI, as Beju was showing, all this is covered in a way that in a nutshell, the output comes as a generative AI. I mean, he will get into more details, but I just wanted to give an idea. And the last but not least about the responsibility. AI. That means somebody has to have a guardrails for whatever technology you are building. This is so powerful technology. It is really, you can do anything, good or bad.
Yeah.
That's where, we need to have some guardrails, especially ethics point of view, in a way that you understand what is, really we can do and what is not supposed to be done within that. So our approach in a diagnostic and also prescriptive process is we just wanted to start with a simple process of we got to know where you are with respect to your skill set. That's where we do some kind of pre-screen and a kind of analysis in a way that you to find out which career path is good for you. Then we put you into a training, that too credential based, because people can go for thousands of hours of watching YouTube video, but at the end of the day, it is not going to give you anything. But the credential based training is the one which is recognized in the industry in a way that you can handle it.
Right.
Then step 3 is obviously the industry recognized certification, which is portable and you can use anywhere. And number 4 is very, very important for you to understand. We're not just training you and keeping you there, but we wanted to place you in the marketplace in a way that you can apply these skills to solve some of the industry problems right away. I'll explain more about that. Viju, you wanted to add anything on this?
No, I think this is a beautiful structure, the way you laid out. I think we got the benefits part of it here, right? We are not only upskilling the students here, but we are helping them to find a good right opportunity, right? So there is a rigor, right? Fundamentals and the rigor of learning, but there is also application. So this is very holistic.
Yeah, end-to-end solution.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good word. One-stop shop. All your needs handled from a single source. You don't have to go anywhere. How do I do that? I'll explain. Okay. Our training and certification process, instructor-led in class, you can come and attend from here, or you can do online. Nowadays, everything is available because this being a software, people don't have to come to a classroom environment. Everything, including your capstone project, can be handled online. We have the technology that can be used. Comprehensive exercises and also practice labs. It is not that just you watch it and after 1 week you forget about it, but you practice it. As the humans are connected with their biological network, neural networks, we have to be trained with a kind of rigor approach so that you are retaining whatever knowledge required to be retained.
Right.
And we wanted to make sure that you get the exam prep quizzes and also the practice questions. One of the quiz we're going to conduct once we're going to be end of this session, 4 or 5 questions will be given, and then if you are really
you want to test them.
Yeah, wanted to know what it is, and there is a raffle after that. We will declare you as the winner once you get it. But we wanted to give that opportunity again if you are interested. It's not a requirement. I just wanted to be clear. And we deliver secure online proctoring. We have the highest possible security in the industry with the Proctor 360. We do the examination, and your digital badging is done in a way that it is portable anywhere, and employer can verify your credentials and make sure that you are a valid candidate who have gone through this process, like other organizations are doing, like AWS certification, Microsoft certification, Cisco certifications. Same thing is being done here. Okay, so just wanted to take 1 minute on how the exam structure is made. It's 120 minutes, 2 hours exam, about 75 questions with 50 scored, and the score ranges from 100 to 1000, points, in a way that 700 plus is to pass. And these are multiple choice and also matching, and also there will be some kind of real coding scenario. Again, it's not a question paper which can be leaked. I wanted to be very clear. The test engine is built in such a way that you just cannot do a kind of memorize and go for the test and pass. That's not the way it is built. You have to be creative, like a math. You should be in a position to solve that problem and then provide the answers. No negative points right now, but our partial credits. It's a remote proctored exam, and there will be a live proctor for you for the monitoring that exam. Okay, you need to present the government issued ID, so that if some employer or some government need to verify your credentials that you are the right guy who have taken the exam, here you go. Okay, and this credential is portable, and also any employee can verify. End of the day, like here, you are going to get certified this digital certification with the barcode and all those things. Anybody can verify and then use it. Okay, so the career path, just to give an idea, simple career path is we start with the fundamentals. Again, you don't have to follow this process. If you're already knowledgeable and if you know the fundamentals part of it, I don't worry about going to the fundamental.
Right.
You can skip and then go to the data. That means mining the data and understanding the data structures and things like that. Then talking about the deep learning, the neural networking and things like that. Then come to the Gen AI, which is going to give real output for you. Again, these certifications are structured in a way that for somebody to start the career, but if you wanted to go for Gen AI, you can go for that certification. And finally, I want everyone to understand that there is a guardrails put with the responsible AI so that the security part of it is going to be really handled well and you understand the fundamental needs of safeguarding this technology so that you have a clear understanding of it. So this is the career path what we provide from Global Institute of Technology. Okay. So the other thing I was mentioning about the AI marketplace for some of our trained individuals. Again, this is geared for United States right now, but we have the site aiworkforce.pro.com so that somebody who have already been trained and certified can be part of our go-to-market scenario. It's a marketplace where you can publish your skills, and there are a lot of projects, AI projects are coming up, and we wanted to make sure that you take advantage of those things. So the first step you have to do is get trained in AI modules, certified in AI, and also complete capstone project, which is a part of all these training programs, so that you are not only left with the training and the certification, but you are also doing the project. That's where you get the internal and also external references. Sometimes we deal with external projects as well. We wanted to make sure that you get some references before you really go to the workplace and also market your skills. So how do I do that? I mean, just you can build on your own or we will try to market you.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
Right.
As far as go to market is concerned, so we wanted to make sure that we map the skills to the market needs. Again, the difference between the 4-year degree and the certification is you're always changing the skills market based on the requirements in the marketplace itself.
Right.
So we are mapping the required skills to the industry.
And we will guide you on that, right? I mean, we will make sure that you're adapting to the market skills so that you're marketable to the fullest extent. That's the key.
Right. And once you have that skill which is in demand, we will take you to the marketplace and try to put onto small and mid-sized enterprises where they really need these kind of solutions.
Right.
And we will connect with the workforce. We'll connect skilled workforce to the AI jobs. As simple as that. And to be honest with you, we use the AI to get the skills required in the job market,
right,
so that individuals can be, using their skills to go to market. And we wanted to build value proposition and also trust in the marketplace. That's very, very important in today's world, because I can claim that, hey, I've studied this course, that course, and I am, capable of doing this job. What's the proof?
right.
What's the evidence? Even somebody got a PhD from GMU, applied for a DoD job in government. First thing they asked is go and get certified in security place. Yes, I'm already a security PhD guy. Why you want me to get the security place? That's a requirement.
Theory versus practice, right?
Yeah. DoD 8570.
Yeah.
So that's how it is. The point I'm trying to make here is the government is also looking for these certifications. Bottom line. Okay. And especially with the AI, they need to be like that. And we wanted to be little cost effective with the solution, but again, this is up to you. If we give that power to the individuals, they can take, and we measure the KPIs and upgrade the skills of the individuals in a way that every time they are marketable. So we're looking at some of the AI jobs for the last 6 months or so. These are some of the basic entry-level jobs. Research analyst with a salary ranging from 75K. Junior data analyst, average salary is about 60. Again, all these things are AI and data kind of jobs. Information system analyst, about 55. and junior or associate data scientists, their salary is good, 90 plus. Okay, the jobs are coming, but fortunately or unfortunately, people who are qualified enough are able to capture, and most of that qualification is coming from the prior experience. There are no industry recognized certifications, except Amazon is started doing some certifications, Microsoft is doing some AI fundamentals kind of thing, but there is no comprehensive end-to-end scenario, including
Absolutely.
responsible AI.
Yep.
So that's why we wanted to give you this advantage. Okay. Obviously, we're affiliated with many organizations. As you can see, I'm partnered with CompTIA, and I forgot to mention about this one. All our programs, including AI fundamentals and responsible AI, has been listed on National Institute of Science and Technology website. You can go and check. We can provide the link for you. So this is highly recognized, and also like any other higher education institutions, we are certified by State Council of Higher Education, so that it is coming with the weightage of government recognition, and big organizations like government affiliation organizations like NICE and NIST have been there, and we have partnerships with AWS, Microsoft, Virginia Careers, and Pearson VUE and all, just to give you an idea. But anyway, the point here is we know the industry, how it works, and we know the difference between the the vendor specific certification to the vendor neutral certification. That's the difference we wanted to bring, and we wanted you to be career ready for the jobs which are evolving. So Virginia state approved VOA organization for the last 10 years. We work with Pearson VUE for the last 10 years as well. And we're also authorized partner and also test center delivery for Proctor 360. And as I mentioned, Microsoft AWS are our partners for the last several years. Okay. So this is how AI training, and also because there are a lot of queries from the people, they're asking, is it going to help high school graduates? I said, yes. You don't have to have a prior experience or the knowledge. What you need is really a interest to learn. So how this is going to help high school graduates? They can demonstrate their technical proficiency with this. They just start building their career and they are job ready. And they can also, if they wanted to go for higher education, they can enhance their application and also getting into a good school. There's no doubt about it. And they obviously from the day one is going to build the problem solving skills. It's very, very important because most of the kids get out of the high school, they do not have this skill set. And this is where it's a real opportunity. So for somebody to get into that. Access to scholarship opportunity, because if you apply for a school saying that I'm already skilled and certified in industry recognized certifications such as AA and all, makes a lot of difference for school to consider your profile for their degree with a scholarship. That's how it is helping. And by doing a project, you are really improving project-based learning because you are really working on hands-on capstone project as part of this program. So Beju will talk about the real-world applications of AI, and he can explain more details about that.
Definitely. Thanks, Ganga. So, it's all about applying the skills, right? So you learn the skills and you apply. That's how you kind of monetize your skills. Ganga talked about different contexts in which you can apply, right? We talked about this already, but let me kind of recap. Healthcare, you had an example, right? Radiology example, in the imaging, and then diagnostics, right? Treatment plans. Again, whatever we talked about is applicable in healthcare, right? Not only the innovation, not only the algorithms, not only the Gen AI, but also the regulation and ethical responsible AI, right? If you devise something, FDA has to approve it, for example, right? So you're going to learn end to end. That's the key, right? That's what we can guarantee. Same thing with entertainment, right? We have seen Netflix, one of the pioneers in AI, using it for recommendation engines.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then you have retail. Netflix, in a way, is an e-commerce player, right? But Amazon is a big retail player. Amazon uses AI in everything they have, in every problem. And then transportation. Elon Musk self-driving, right? Full self-driving capability. So AI is touching everything. That's why you get to that $16 trillion opportunity, right? So whatever your passion is, whether it's healthcare or financial services or transportation, we will make sure that you're ready to solve problems in that domain.
Yeah, sure. These are basic sectors, but one sector is security.
Yeah, cybersecurity is huge.
Huge.
Yeah,
There's a tremendous potential there because even just imagine the cameras, what individual security guy has to
Yeah.
watch, everything 15,
Yeah.
16 cameras. As a human being, it's impossible.
right.
Whereas this AI can go and trace that somebody is trespassing some area,
Yeah.
and it can give an alert to
Yeah,
them.
both physical security, cybersecurity.
Exactly.
Cybersecurity is such a big play right now. Nation states are at play, bad actors are at play, right? So
And it's very hard to go through all those documentations and
No,
all those,
impossible.
with a, human two eyes.
Yes, yes.
Really the truth. But anyway, as I mentioned, there is a little quiz. If you guys are interested, this is again, there is a raffle. If you wanted to do it, just will give you 5 minutes. And meanwhile, if you have any questions, I know a lot of people may have questions. I apologize that the idea behind this session is just we want to accumulate all your questions so that we'll address everything. If we do not have enough time, we wanted to make sure that we address each and everything. And please let us know, if you have any, any more details or anything like that. So we'll give few minutes. Already 7 o'clock. 3 minutes. I know we're going a little bit beyond the time, but this is again, we just wanted to, you can scan the score forward. Anyway, we can discuss if you have any specific questions related to those answers, but we don't want to take much time on this, but just give a glimpse of it, what kind of, quality we bring onto the table in a way that you are geared up for the future job market. And
Yep.
it's not again to test your skill. I understand that some people may not be inclined or did not come prepared for this, but just wanted to give an idea about it.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have a small demo of AI live demo. So I will give this to Mrinal and also Ayan. They together do a small demo of it. Just give us a few minutes so that we can talk to. Mrinal, can you take it up?
Right. Hello, everyone. So this is one of the modules that Amrita Inc. has. This module is capable of prediction with explainable AI capability. So what you're seeing over here is a data set of some Boston housing values back in the olden times. And so we have essentially all of these different variables listed over here. And so what we're going to do is essentially, once we have the data loaded, you'd be able to load your own data into this module. And we want to essentially determine, what is the predictions for median home values based on all of these variables. So I'm going to go to the data processor, and essentially what you'd have is if you had data that needs to be processed, you'd be able to do that over here. But in this case, we're going to just confirm processing steps, and we're going to move to our modeler.
Is everybody able to see the screen, Ion screen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, just whenever you have a data set, you have to explore it a little bit to understand the data set, and you may need to process it, right? In the interest of time, we are skipping those steps, but you can do that. And then now he's directly going to modeling in the interest of time, and then we'll spend a couple of minutes on explainability. Okay.
Exactly. So in this case, we're going to be using a regression method to model the data. And we want to predict the median value of homes, right? So the home value. We're going to be using 70% of the data set to train. And we're going to be using the XGBoost regressor, which is a machine learning model. So when we train the data, we'd be able to get the results on how well the model predicted the actual values. So in this chart here, you can see that the blue dots are the red dots are tracking blue dots. So the predictions are tracking the actuals. And this residual plot here also shows essentially, what the variations are within the actuals versus the predictions. But we want to we want to go one step further and explain, why is it that these or the model predicted these values. So moving to the explainer tab, we're going to look at the specific data point. So we'd look at local summary, and we're going to be looking at data point number 0 in this case. So in this situation, you can see here that the actual home value was $23,600, right? The values
These
are
are
in
old
thousands
home
of
values. These are like, values from 70 years ago. That's why you see such a low
Yeah.
home values, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, basically, right? But the model predicted the value to be $23,497, right? So the question is why? Why did the model predict this value? And essentially the way that it works is you have all of these different variables that play a role in influencing the final value, the predicted value of the home. So you start off with the base value, which is 23,000. And
So in this data set, an average home value is $23,000, right? So this home is worth $500 more than average home value, right? So why is it worth more than an average home value, right? This is a waterfall chart which explains. Ayan, if you kind of zoom into that, right? Yeah. So
yeah,
basically, it is, it's in an area where percent lower status population is low. That's adding $890 to the home value, right? It's in a good school district. That's adding $660. It's an area where crime rate is low. That's adding $420 to the home value. It's close to employment centers. That's adding about $360 to the home value, right? So on. But on the other hand, this home is a smaller home. Had it been a little larger home, if you look at the number of rooms, the first row, right? Had it been a larger home, it would have been worth even more, as much more as $1,720, right? So not only you use AI to predict accurately, but also you explain your prediction. So that's very, very powerful. And these are the things, you will learn in our courses where it's end to end again, whether it's in conceptually, whether it is application wise, whether it's your career wise, it's all end to end treatment, right? So thanks, Ayan.
So just after that, I mean, it's a brief demo. Again, we have just short of time, so I'm
Yes,
sorry that
yes.
we're just rushing through.
Yeah,
But the
but we
idea
just
is-
wanted to show them the flavor, right? So
Yeah, just
Yeah.
wanted to show the data, how it works and what we need to do.
right.
So just to give an idea, like we are starting the classes soon and it's going to be starting on October second week. You can go to, JIT website. And for example, if you wanted to sign in, just go to fundamentals of AI and just register yourself. There are some financial options are also available in case if you wanted to take advantage of this, you can take it. But those are the options available. And you can also inquire or some of the forms and other things, in a way that you can contact us, and if you have any questions, you can reach out. I'm also going to give you the contact information end of this presentation, so you can download our syllabus and review that. And if you have any questions and other things, you can reach out to our training coordinator, Victoria, who is on this panel. Webinar should also be available on our website, so that if you guys wanted to listen to it, you are more than welcome to listen to it
Oh.
again or share with your families and friends and whoever is interested, along with our contact information. Okay, everything should be online, and as I mentioned, we're starting the cohort as soon as possible. So if you can really take advantage of this and get into our program, that will be a great help for yourself and for everyone. Thank you very much.